Okay, let's talk about how you can go about getting some data. There's a lot of different places where you can go and get data, but I'm just going to give you some examples of two or three. Uh, I've gone ahead and put some links here into the content section. So data.denvergov.org, this is where you can get Denver data. And certainly you can go in here and get crime. And when you click on it, it will give you different formats into which you can get the data. So the ones that you probably want are shape files or GDB. So let me go ahead and show you kind of the difference between the two. Go ahead and click on download, and this thing will go. This is a shape file. Maybe crime isn't the one we should have started with. Okay, so my crime file has finished, and I've got this crime4.zip. I accidentally put it in the wrong folder, so I'm just going to bring it over here somewhere else. Copy it and bring it to the student data folder. Paste. This one will come down as a zip file. Aren't you glad I made you do zip files earlier in your life? So now you can handle this with no problem. If we unzip it, then you'll get this folder, and it will look like this if you just look at it through Windows Explorer. Okay, but if we look at it through ArcMap, I'm going to insert a new data frame here so we can just look at this data without anything else in the way. I'll click Add, and student data crime. It'll show up as a .shp file. Click on Add, and here you have a whole bunch of crimes. Okay, and then you can click on things and decide if there's information here that you really are interested in. Now, let me do an identify on that one. And it's not showing me. Why not? Must have it open somewhere weird. Okay, but at any rate, you can look at the attribute table and look at some of the attributes and see if this has any information in it that you are interested in. Also, if you open our catalog, which you can do by going to Start, Programs, and our catalog, you should be able to look at the data here, and the value of doing this is, at least for the data that comes from Denver, they have what's called metadata, and actually we don't have any metadata. Oh, okay, so we'll have some metadata, which should give some information about the fields that are in here, and maybe they will actually, this is terrible, we don't have any data in here. Maybe they'll actually tell you something about it. Metadata is a wonderful thing, but you'll find that it is very hit and miss whether people actually give you valuable data or not. I'll show you some better metadata in a minute. Okay, so that was getting a shapefile. Let's go back to the Open Data Catalog, and let's get a smaller data set this time. Let's say art, and we'll get public art, and we'll download the Esri file geodatabase. This is mostly the same. It's the same data, but in different formats. Some of it is usable by ArcGIS, and some of it is not. So I'll unzip this and extract files. And hopefully you can slow down this video if I'm going too fast for you. And let's see if we can add that data. Where is it? It's over here, I believe. Public Arc. So you'll see that within ArcMap or ArcGIS, this actually shows up as a GDB, which means geodatabase, and inside it can be more than one feature class, as opposed to the shapefile, which is always just one feature class. Okay, public art, and we'll turn that on, and then as you can see there are many fewer pieces of public art than there are crimes, which is probably a good thing. Why is my identify not working? But at any rate, you can then proceed to do labeling or symbology, what have you. Anyway, it behaves just like any other thing. So if you wanted to take that original set of data that I gave you for the examples and stick public art on there, you know, that would be a great thing to do. If you made if they made the map about the public art, then that would be an interesting thing to do. Okay, so that's just one link. Let me just show you a couple more. Open Colorado is actually the data.denvergov.org is a subset of the Open Colorado. But if you come here, you can find that there are participating organizations: Boulder County, Clear Creek, Colorado State Demography Office has some demography data, which includes a lot of census data. Now, if you look here, they have block groups. If you click on it, they've got different formats that you can choose. And so this is where you tell it, I want a shapefile. Go ahead and click, and then you'll have to click download. And it will allow you to download that data. Now, I went ahead and did that for this particular data set. And let me activate this data frame. This is the block group ACS whatever. It's American Community Survey. And I've gone and symbolized it based on this value, M average HH size. And of course, I don't really know what that means, although if I look at the values, I think it means household size. So that's for the entire state of Colorado. So there's a lot of useful stuff here. I mean, census data makes a really good candidate for thematic maps. Also, on this Open Colorado, for these particular people, they've gone ahead and put metadata out here, and this is what their metadata looks like. Really, all it is it's giving you a better explanation of what each of these field names is actually. And I don't see the one that we just symbolized based on. So as you can see, metadata is kind of hit or miss. We'll talk about a couple more here in the next video.